Does that mean my microphone is unmuted? Okay. Oh, Google, I'm going to kill you. All right, so it looks like my voice is actually working now. Anybody hear or see? Looks like Stuart, looks like you made it. Sorta.
Yeah, partially. I need to get a headset. I'll be right back.
Yeah, not coming through there. I sort of hear some noise. It sounds like you're in an episode of Stranger Things. Yeah, so folks that are just joining in, if you want an invite, looks like I'm going to need an email address, or if you're in Google Plus, I guess whatever your Google Plus name is, and we can get you right in here. I think what you guys are doing. I don't want to. Is the chat system working, by the way? Could somebody? Looks like it's working for Stuart, but I tried to set it up where anybody could participate in the group chat. I'm going to go ahead and invite these guys. Huh. Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't look like I can invite people without either a Google Plus account or an email. So sorry about that. All right. So I'm just going to post this in the chat again here. Maybe you can't post your, maybe it's not working for you, the group chat. So here's my email address right there. So if this chat's not working, you wouldn't mind, just send me a quick email. And once I get that, I can add you to the chat. So go ahead and boot that up here on the side. One nice thing about having so many monitors, you know. Now the question is, would that go to my primary, or is it going to dump it in one of these other slots? I don't know. Well, as I waiting for guests, I guess I can sing you guys some camp songs. Oh, maybe you'll be spared. I hope this works out, because there's a lot of stuff I wanted to talk about, especially this Pathfinder thing. Good old Chris Avalon back in it again. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and send out some invites to people that normally come in, just in case it's not working for you.
Hear me now?
Ah, there he is. Yes, Stuart, we're having all kinds of fun here with this new this new live events thing. I'm not even sure.
My computer's a piece of garbage. That's the problem with it. How's it going?
Oh, it's going good. So you got your invite, okay? This is what I'm.
Something else. I forgot that this is the time got away from me, and all of a sudden I started beeping on my screen. So okay.
This is what's worrying me, is that I got about 15 people watching, and I'm sure some of those people want to join in, but I don't know if they can actually chat put something in that chat box or what. I might just have to switch over and start using that Twitch TV. You know, I keep hearing good things about that. And might be a lot easier to manage something like this with that.
I think this Twitch is like more if you want to just broadcast out as opposed to doing a hangout. You can get like 1 or 2 people on there, but not a lot. I'm pretty sure.
What's that other one that people use for this purpose? What was the one that Dr. Cat was using? That seemed to work out pretty well.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember either.
But I don't think that's the best one.
I'm trying to think who normally shows up at these things. Do you remember who we had on last time?
Your usual suspects. Where's Shane? Where's Adam? Where's Nathan? Where are those guys?
I don't know what the deal is. They all had stuff that came up. Shane's at a baseball game with his son, so I'll let him off. I don't know about these other guys. I think they also had some family stuff. I don't pay them enough, I guess, or anything.
I should ping Nathan and say, where the hell are you, man?
Yeah, Nathan, what the heck? I could
look at the shirt. Look at the shirt I'm wearing, by the way. Oh, Nathan just said, I'm in the chat. I'm sick.
Oh. How did he say that? It just sort of popped up on my...
Yeah, it popped up on mine, too. Nathan, you can't be that sick. Come on. Get in here.
He might be contagious.
Cameron.
When he gets sick, he gets sick.
Oh, there's Adam.
Oh, there's Adam. All right. Hey. I was getting worried there for a minute. It's just going to be me talking to myself, and I do that quite often, so it's no big deal. But I don't want to broadcast it.
This camera's way too close.
So this is a question, Adam. Maybe you can answer this, or if you can communicate over the chat, that's cool. But what I'm trying to figure out is if people watching can participate in the group chat, or do you have to be invited to put something in the group chat?
I'm honestly not sure how that works. I think you might have to be invited. Isn't that how we did it in times previous?
Well, let me see. I got some tools here. Hangout toolbox. That's not it. Hangout tool control room. That doesn't make sense, though, that only people that were invited could group chat. I mean, I don't see any options for that. So that's kind of strange. I got some settings here. That's just for me. Yeah, it looks like all I can do is turn the chat on and off. I can't seem to adjust it anyway. Well, I did give you. I did put my email address up there. Can I even see the chat though? That's another thing. Well, anyway, guys, if you're watching this and you want to participate, just go. You can email me.
Comment.
You have to be in the Hangout chat. So if you if you aren't invited to the Hangout, then they can't chat easily. However, anyone can message on YouTube. Okay, well, there's a solution. So let's see. Let me get over to YouTube. Probably have a flood of messages. What the hell, Matt?
Is it live on YouTube currently?
It's supposed to be
live.
No, the question is, where is it on YouTube?
Let me check.
There it is. Events. Matt chat. 22 people watching now. Some of those people must be the regulars. Unless it's just 22 random people that are just stumbled on this. Oh, you poor souls.
Well, if it's live on your channel right now, then whoever is subscribed to the channel would see it. Let me look.
Well, they can comment. I don't see any comments there either. So.
I look at my other computer, which is like much faster than this one.
I got some settings here on YouTube. Let me see. So it's a public event.
Casting right now on YouTube. It's showing up on the channel.
Let's see.
Watch out here. I don't like how. Yeah, it's running on both these computers. But here, there's a chat on YouTube. There's a whole chat here.
Yeah.
There's tons of people here.
We can't hear you.
Including Rebecca Heineman is on also.
Good God, why have they made this so hard? I see a different chat on YouTube than is on.
Yeah, that's the YouTube chat.
This is lovely.
I know.
How much money do these folks make to do this kind of stuff?
Depends. Though, I don't know. Live streaming on YouTube seems to be quite a bit more difficult than, say, something like Twitch.
Well, we were talking about Twitch earlier, but Stuart was saying that's not really good for something like this.
Let Rebecca Heineman into the chat. It's like when they let Paul McCartney into that club, a year ago. This is not cool.
Frankie Smile Show. I'll try to put your name in here. I don't know what's going to happen here. I might have. Yeah, I'm going to have to. Is that at gmail.com?
Probably.
Smile. Doesn't seem to be accepting it. I'll try with the. Yeah, that's not working. No. Hey, Becky.
Hello there. Can you hear me?
Yeah, coming through good.
Yep.
Awesome.
The YouTube is like 15 seconds chat, which is interesting.
I'm going to try a couple more of these. I don't have. I don't want to spend all night trying to get people to figure this out. So let me post so everybody can see the live chat over there. So let me do this.
Yes.
If you want into the chat, paste your email. I know some people don't like to paste their emails. So.
Someone said Matt might have boobies. You don't know.
Huh?
Hello, Dr. Barton, former student.
What are you talking about?
Oh.
I read the YouTube chat.
I clicked remind me on your initial invite to view my phone. So why can't I invite you? Why? Oh, God. Adam Whitmore. Yeah, so you're not popping up here. I can't. Wait, there's Adam Whitmire. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I will look into the Twitch thing. Becky, you might know. What's a better thing than trying to mess around with this?
Generally, I use Twitch TV. What I would do is I use OBS as my broadcasting software and then speak on Twitch. But the thing, though, is I do a one-woman show. So I don't do a broadcast like this where there's a bunch of people on at the exact same time. So I really don't know any other better software than what you're using right now to have multiple people on the line at the same time.
I'm like, we do this every week, and what you would use is Skype.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's
Skype?
like you'd use OBS, Twitch, and Skype.
Oh, Twitch with Skype. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, like I said,
What
that's
is
how
that?
we do. Yeah.
I'm hearing like, what is that?
Shane's trying to call us on a different line, so you need to let Shane try to invite Shane into this call.
Oh, I thought he was at a baseball game.
Well, he just
I
tried
guess-
calling in.
He might be
I'll tell
on.
you what happened. He saw you in the chat, Becky, and he got excited.
Yeah, he might be on his phone. Wow.
Oh, he's on. What a lovely ear. Skype is Satan. I'm not good at this multitasking thing. Orange shirt guy looks like a robot. Soda on the shelf. Soda? Must be talking about those Cokes.
Probably talk about my shelf behind me.
Becky soda, the Mountain Dew, and the Dr. Pepper, right?
Oh, hey, Shane, what's going on?
I'm breaking the law here. I'm driving. I can talk about 10 minutes.
See, you can do Google Hangouts on your phone now. I mean, that's how I'm doing this.
But If you're actually driving,
I'm driving.
so
Look, I'm driving.
I suggest you hang up now.
Yeah. I live by my own rules. I've got to go to the ATM, and then I'm taking my son to his first baseball game. And I figured I'd call
Please
in.
don't.
This Google Hangout might have a very gory sequence coming
Yeah,
up here.
please don't be the first fatality on that.
No,
chat.
we don't want any fatalities.
Fatality.
So is this for anyone for the chat? There's plenty of slots, so just give me your email.
Where are you
Your
at?
email,
Matt? Computers behind you. Is that your basement?
Yeah, this is the Mad Cave. This is the side you don't see because I'm always showing the other direction. Finish him. I think I'd have to do a babality on Shane.
Babality?
Yeah.
Okay. Get back to work.
Well, I'm driving a van, so it'd be a vanality.
I turned off the camera.
Come on, people. Let this guy turn.
So what's new with you guys? You excited about the new Star Trek Discovery show?
Nope.
That seems to be a controversial topic.
I'm more interested in the Orville.
Like,
What is
I'd be
Orville?
more-
I've heard of it.
I'd be more interested if it was on a service that people actually used.
That's
Like,
the
no.
problem.
Yeah, it's like that weird Steam wannabe service.
Well, it's not that I'm
Replay or
against
something?
Discovery, but I am against them putting it behind a paywall. I see nothing in Discovery that makes me want to pay an extra whatever a month to watch it.
It's like you have to pay an extra $5 a month to it's going to be on whatever CBS's streaming service is, but yeah, you have to pay a premium for it. And it's the only show that requires this. So yeah, I'm like, I think that's intentionally discouraging, quite honestly.
Well, they're going with the idea of like Netflix or Showtime or HBO, where people are watching all these top-rated shows, but they're on pay channels. They're trying to cash in on the same trend.
Yeah,
Well, here's
I just signed up for HBO Go just to watch this Westworld show.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Man, that's a great. I'm loving that show, by the way.
Well, see, my thing is I'm sure Westworld's amazing, but I'll wait and watch it in another form. I mean, I didn't watch Enterprise till years later when I could watch the whole thing on Amazon Prime. So, I'm not going to pay an extra $10 a month to watch a TV show. I don't even have Netflix. I've got plenty of, regular TV that I can watch on cable and Amazon Prime, which I get for free because I'm already an Amazon Prime member. I'm not going to keep shelling out all this stuff.
Well, especially for a show. I mean, maybe if it's a fantastic show, then maybe I'll consider it. But.
Well, that's the thing. They've got to absolutely hit it out of the park in order to get people to, pay. But they're not doing it so far. I mean, when they released the trailer on YouTube, it's been anywhere from 30 to 50% thumbs down.
Well, it's probably. I'm wondering how much of that is due to the show versus just the fact that it's on that CBS All Access.
A lot of it, and I'm talking a lot right now because I got to go here in a little bit, so don't worry, I'm not going to dominate the whole thing. But a lot of the blowback is because they took JJ Trek and smooshed it on top of the Prime universe. That's where a lot of the blowback is happening.
Well, they could have just gone back to an animated series, as far as I'm concerned.
I'm just.
Yeah. That series has not aged well.
I'm just trying to get prequels in general. It's like ridiculous here. By the way, Shane's dentist should join this chat because this way Shane went over to the dentist. He just examined his teeth. The chat.
What's that, Stuart? Somebody else wants to join, or Trump America?
There's something to refresh this thing.
I think he's using a car phone as his camera. Watching Shane is sort of like the intro to Rocky Horror. I liked Enterprise. I didn't think it was as bad as people make it out to be.
Well, Enterprise was okay. I liked it as its own show, but they did play fast and loose with some of the established continuity and some of the visual style, but I liked it well enough. I liked Captain Archer and Triple a lot.
I didn't like the fact that the title song had lyrics.
Yeah.
You know the original Star Trek theme song had lyrics.
What?
No, he's right.
Oh, really?
No, it's true. It's
No.
true. Gene Roddenberry wrote those lyrics just to get the just to screw over the songwriter. Yeah.
What was it like?
I'm not.
Star Trekking.
Oh.
Vulcan. Logical.
That just.
But
The Enterprise theme song I could have done without. Yeah. Star Trek, nothing but Star Trek. Hey, have you ever heard the Star Wars disco song? That's
yes.
Star Trekking down.
Yeah, the next
By what?
Yeah, Star Trekking across the universe. Now that makes a certain amount of sense there, you know.
I play that in my show anytime we talk about Star Trek. I love going forward because we can't find reverse.
Well, what else do we have here besides the new Star Trek? What about the new not Planescape, but the new Chris Avallone project, that Pathfinder?
Well,
Anybody have thoughts on that? What is it, Pathfinder Kingdom, I think?
I'm really interested in it, But I did want to ask Becky before I have to go, is this Dragon Wars, is there anything new in it, or is it just the first time it's been on Steam?
It's just the first time it's on Steam. There will be things that'll be announced about it soon, but right now it's just the DOS version on Steam.
So just to back up a little bit, probably for people that are just now hearing about this, we've got an announcement about Dragon Wars, right?
Yeah, it's up on Steam.
Let me find it here.
It's already been on GOG though, right?
Yeah, I think so. This is it coming to Steam, the big service. Like, Interplay's been releasing quite a few back catalog titles on Steam recently.
Well, Becky, I'm booked up through the end of June, but if you want to come on in July or August and talk about Dragon Wars, I'd be happy to have you back on the show.
I would love to.
Okay, we'll make it. It's a date.
Have you done any of those Twitch streams, Becky, where you're playing this and sort of doing a director's commentary?
No, I'm usually doing a programming session where I'm showing the game while I'm coding it and changing things as I'm doing that. I do that on Twitch TV occasionally.
But back to what you were asking about, Matt, on
Graph paper not required.
The Pathfinder game, I think that's going to be pretty big because there's a lot of pent-up demand for a Pathfinder CRPG, and because there's a huge bunch of Pathfinder players out there. For a while it was outselling D&D, and then you attach Chris Avallone on it. I think it's going to be a pretty big deal.
Let's see, we had a question here for Becky, I think. Where was that? Any hope of getting the Apple II GS version on GOG or Steam at some point?
Of Dragon Wars? Or of what game?
Must be Dragon Wars, maybe. Is that what you guys see there in the chat?
Well, if they're asking for the Apple II GS music and better graphics,
yeah, Dragon Wars.
Something's coming.
Speaking of wars,
But I won't be putting up the 2GS version, I'll put it that way.
Speaking of wars, we almost had a rip in the space-time continuum because the Star Wars 40th anniversary and International Tal Day landed on the same day yesterday.
Maybe go to Zany Golf. What about the Task Times game? Is that on Steam?
No, it's not, as far as I'm aware.
Well, that would be a good one to put up, I think.
Yeah, the problem is every time I talk to Activision, they kind of like Activision really is only interested in their most modern properties. I mean, they own that. I mean, even though Interplay developed it, I mean, I wrote the game and so forth, but it was done kind of like with Bard's Tale, where the IP actually belonged to our publishers. So Bard's Tale ended up being owned by EA, and Task Times ended up owned by Activision. But Activision just isn't interested in anything that's over 5 years old.
We should change their name to Inactivision.
Well, I mean, they're the Call of Duty Blizzard network, so I mean, right now they're focusing on their release of Destiny 2, so kind of hard to compete against that.
How about a Task Times Bard's Tale mashup?
Task Times and Scarabray.
Yeah.
So we have another question here. What is Pathfinder like? I've never played it. I have no idea.
I'd have to get one of my colleagues on this because he plays Pathfinder regularly. I really don't know much about it.
It's a fork of D&D 3.5. So it's a lot of people call it 3.75. So it's very similar to the 3.5 D&D rules, but it's got its own campaign setting that is very popular. It's from a company called Pytho. So it's basically kind of like the Forgotten Realms in an alternate dimension. Like a parallel dimension that is similar but not exactly like the Forgotten Realms, with a game rule set that a lot of people preferred to D&D 4th edition. They didn't go over to 4th edition. Instead, they stayed with 3.5 modified under the Open Gaming license.
Well, the only one I'm really familiar with is the AD&D 2nd edition. How close is it to that?
It's pretty different. They fundamentally changed a lot of mechanics, especially armor class and some other stuff. They introduced feats. It's fairly different. I mean,
it's more like Neverwinter Nights then with the feat system.
Yeah, Neverwinter Nights was based on, I think, 3rd edition, the BioWare or whatever, Neverwinter Nights. Is that BioWare?
No Thaco. I like the Thaco.
Neverwinter Nights was the Aurora engine, the brand new, at the time, 3D, fully 3D engine by BioWare, yes.
Right. I think it was based on...
It wasn't...
Go ahead.
Yeah, and yeah, that was based on 3rd edition.
So what's the big deal about, what's so bad about the 4th edition?
A lot. Okay, I can't speak of direct experience because I haven't played it myself, but I've read a lot of people's complaints and I've watched some Let's Plays of it, and it's just, one, combat takes forever because it's super, super, super tactical, but two, it's like they took elements of MMORPGs like World of Warcraft and kind of tried to shove it on top of D&D. So a lot of people didn't like it.
So thank you for that, Shane. Somebody's asking what all has Rebecca worked on.
A lot.
Quite a list. You probably want to go to Moby Games, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know, we could do a whole Mac channel on just that alone.
I think we did 2 episodes of my show on that.
Well, what would you say is your sort of greatest hits?
Greatest hits. Bard's Tale, Bard's Tale 2, Bard's Tale 3, Bard's Dragon Wars, worked on Descent, worked on Wasteland. Ones I did myself was Borrowed Time, Task Times and Towntown, Mind Shadow, Choice Sanction. Games lesser known ones. More recently worked on, I can't talk about that one. I can't talk about that one either.
Battle Chess.
Yeah, Battle Chess, Game of Kings. Re-released, was the one who got most of the Interplay titles up on Steam recently, such as like Descent 1, 2, 3, just Free Space, Star Trek. See, a couple other games are currently getting prepped and getting ready to be put on Steam shortly. Let's see, Bard's Tale Remastered. Let's see what other ones more recently. Ones I can actually talk about. There's a couple of projects that I finished up, but they haven't announced yet. So,
well, Becky, you also have your own studio called Old School.
Yes, that's what we do our stuff from at Old School, which is where I'm sitting. It's our little home office, and some of the games that are under the Old School brand, of course, is Battleship Game of Kings, New and Tasty from Oddworld Inhabitants. Let's see, some technology demos we did for other clients, but another title that I just finished up about a couple weeks ago. Unfortunately, since it hasn't been announced, it'll be announced at E3. So then that's when I'll be able to talk about it. Let's see.
You got to see this.
The dog football.
Yeah.
Stuart is holding up an original box of Test Times. Do you see that?
Yes, I see Test Times. I've got a whole pile of them back here.
That must
Hell
have
yeah,
set you
too.
down.
Oh,
I haven't ever come across one in any of the
well, let me show you a find.
thrift shops I scavenge at.
What is that?
What is?
I saw that when you showed it on Facebook like a week or two ago. That's really cool.
It's the T-shirt from Electronic Arts' version of Bard's Tale 4.
Oh.
This is their logo and the Bardling.
Is that also known as the Carrie Eulis Bard's Tale?
The what?
Was it Carrie Eulis or Carrie Ellis? Which Bard's Tale was it?
Okay, no. The one you're thinking of is the one that was done by In Exile called Bard's Tale, or The Bard's Tale, done in 2002, which has absolutely nothing to do with the Bard's Tale trilogy.
Okay.
It actually had Carrie Ewells, the guy who played
That's what I'm thinking of.
Pirate
Yeah.
and Princess Bride, as the Bard. But the game was just Bard's Tale in name only. It had zero. That's one reason why the game being done by In Exile today is called Bard's Tale 4, not Bard's Tale 2, or that game was ever called Bard's Tale with a number on it, because it has no relation whatsoever.
Okay. Well, on that note, I got to drop, guys. I'm at the baseball stadium, so I'm sorry. I think I saw Nathaniel text, don't chat and drive, so I'm sorry that I horrified Nathaniel. But I will catch you guys later, and I'm fairly free this weekend if y'all want to do some 7 days. So I got to run.
Sounds good. I don't think I've ever felt this much like a dentist.
Yeah. So here's a question: has anyone else played Planescape Torment Enhanced Edition yet?
Nope.
No, I'm still working on the Torment Tides of Numenera. I got distracted by that Expeditions Vikings game, though.
I see. Yeah.
What's enhanced about it? It's the same sort of enhancements they did with the Icewind Dale.
Actually, like they. I'm not exactly sure what they did on Icewind Dale, but we interviewed Beandog a few weeks ago. If you want to, they gave us the full listings of what they did on Planescape Torment. Like the biggest thing was recreating the UI from the ground up. Like, believe it or not, the UI you see in the Enhanced Edition is all new. Like it.
Let me see if I can pull this up.
Well, didn't they have the original source code?
I believe they did, but the thing about Planescape Torment's code is it's tricky. It's based off an earlier version of the Infinity Engine, which made things tricky.
Mm-hmm.
Though on the subject of source code, what they don't have is the Icewind Dale 2 source code.
Oh,
In fact,
I have it right here.
yeah. Well, it's important because they're looking for that. Because if they don't find that, they're not going to be able to do an Icewind Dale 2 Enhanced Edition.
Mm.
Yeah. I don't know where it could be, but nope.
I don't think it was Stig was complaining. I don't know about this game, but he really didn't like the way they redid these character sprites.
What, the Planescape sprites?
No, it wasn't the Planescape one. It was the one they did before this.
Oh, Baldur's Gate?
Yeah.
Or Icewind Dale?
I think it was Baldur's Gate.
Probably Siege of Dragonspear or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Beamdog admitted to us that the Baldur's Gate development was troubled, and a lot of it had to do with Atari. Like they were actually doing
Atari?
they were doing the Baldur's Gate Enhanced Editions under contract to Atari. And I'm like, I've actually dealt with Atari on my show. I do not wish to deal with them again. Like, it's like they're pretty bad from all accounts I've heard. So,
I'm more curious as why were they dealing with Atari instead of Interplay? I mean, did the rights to certain things end up with Atari somehow?
Apparently they did. Atari was their go-between with Hasbro. That ended after Baldur's Gate, and they deal with Hasbro and more Wizards of the Coast now directly.
Maybe Atari had the D&D license.
Yeah,
Yeah, that sounds right.
That would probably be it then. If they somehow got an exclusive on the computer rights to D&D, then they would have had to deal with Atari.
but
Yeah.
that's they still had those. Yeah, Atari doesn't have that now. Also worth noting, Beamdog is actually working on their first original project. UE4, they're going to. It's going to be isometric from what I recall, but now that was all the details they could give us at this point because it's still in the early stages. Yada yada yada. But I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do on their own.
UE4. What does UE stand for?
Unreal Engine.
Ah, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. It's like I don't think I've seen one of these CRPGs made in UE4 yet.
Hasbro Wizards got the rights back.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I mean, on the note of Atari, apparently they've extended their agreement with Roller Coaster Tycoon recently.
I think that game's doing really well on Steam, right? It seemed like that was at the top. Tend to forget that Atari's still around. Yeah, long ways from the old Bushnell era.
Like I said, I think they're about like 6 to 8 people right now. I'm like,
I was going to show you guys the alternate cover for Planescape Torment, and looks like Facebook has gone down. Oh, there it's back.
Huh.
Yeah, because if Facebook gone down, then I should see the city starting to burn and the explosions going on, riots in the street.
Yeah.
And especially lots and lots of millennials looking at their phones frozen going, I can't click. It's not responding.
It'd be like an episode of Westworld where they say, like, freeze.
Or better yet, an episode of Black Mirror, if you ever watched that. Facebook is down, and the world just promptly ends. All these people just freeze because they can't post anymore. Or they can't chat with their friends. Like, so what? Your friend is sitting next to you. You could just turn your head and speak to them. It's like, I can't talk to Janelle. Shit, I can't post to Janelle. Facebook is down. So what if she's sitting right there? No, she can't talk to her. I'm alone.
All right, here we go. I think that's...
Oh, gosh.
Okay, that's a custom lookout.
Torment.
Beautiful
Yeah,
cover.
too bad you weren't
Beautiful.
around when instead of Guido Henkel that day. You could have got a job.
I think he told that story when I interviewed him, right? It was just kind of a random...
Yeah,
Like he just happened to be the only person around that day or something.
something like that.
We're doomed.
Get Cal to reboot the interweb.
All right, anyways, you guys, I'm just going to mute for a little bit because I got to use the ladies' room, so I'll be back shortly.
Okay.
Well, we got, I guess, about 20 minutes left here. So why don't we do the usual rundown of what's new with everybody?
I guess I'll go first. Well, working on my shows. God. Let's see. Past week we featured a game called Ruin of the Reckless. It's this roguelike. I'll tell you what, the roguelike genre is getting really, really weird.
Yeah, I saw some new roguelikes the other day. What exactly is the definition? I'm starting to wonder, what is the definition of a roguelike? Because it seems to cover everything from sort of run and jump Mario-looking games to, something like Larn or the original Rogue, and
anything procedurally.
It's just anything. They can just slap this roguelike label onto it nowadays.
Procedurally generated, basically. If it's procedurally generated, they call it a roguelike.
Yeah, procedurally generated and permadeath. Those are the two big criteria you need to be considered a roguelite or a roguelite or a roguelite light.
Yeah, I've seen that roguelite too. What is that all about?
A light version of Rogue. Oh.
So is that like the ASCII graphics?
Think something like Dungeons of Dreadmore, if you've ever played it.
Oh yeah, I played that one.
At least I think that's what it is. I admit these things blur because, if you can find footage of it, check out a game called Tumbleseed that we featured. It's a game we featured not too long ago. But, this thing is a roguelike because it's procedurally generated and it's got permadeath.
Tumbleseed.
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 Yeah, seed with a S, yes.
Holy roguelike.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I remember this one. Yeah, I checked this one out when you mentioned it before.
Yeah, it's a really unique game. It's really difficult to control, but it's a roguelike.
Choose the situation.
So I subscribe to Indie Box. I don't know if you guys are aware of that. Some of you probably are. Every month they have a different indie game that they put in a box or whatever, but half of them they always call it's a roguelike, action, shooter, sneaker, platformer, but roguelike is always thrown in there as one of the attributes. But
it's become a bullet point, hasn't it, Stuart?
Yeah, they basically mean procedurally generated, I think, when they say roguelike. That's my understanding.
So for example, is 7 days a roguelike?
Maybe.
I don't think it's actually considered to be a roguelike, even though it's got that's kind of its own genre now, the zombie crafting survival genre.
Originally inspired by the forgotten arcade classic Ice Cold Beer.
Yes.
Okay, that's got my attention.
Is that a real game? I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's a 1983 Taito mechanical arcade game.
Is that like the beer tapper game from?
No. Have you ever played with the maze with the ball and the holes?
Wooden thing.
Yeah, it's a wooden panel. It's all
dials.
Oh, I've never seen this.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
What does it have to do with beer?
Probably because that is an arcade game. That's my best guess. But yeah,
I can't seem to get a big picture of it here.
Pretty sure.
Yeah. It looks kind of like Swiss cheese or something from there.
Yeah. Well, the object is you've got to maneuver the ball around the holes.
It's a little bit too lifelike for my taste.
Well, I suppose that was the thing with Tumbleseed. It's much more fanciful than ice cold beer there.
Oh, that is pretty radical then, because that game doesn't. that's far away from what I think about from Rogue as you can get. So I'm intrigued by this Tumbleseed.
Yeah, I think it.
The Dark
I think it's
Souls of Marble Rolls.
Yeah. like I said, the rogue genre is getting really weird. I think it's just because there are so many rogue games going on right now.
I'm back, everyone.
Yeah.
We're just talking about ice cold beer.
Well, I have ice cold Diet Mountain Dew. Will that do? I do need to one day, Matt, go down to some of the craft breweries around here, grab a couple of bottles of some of the good stuff, package it up, and send it off to you so you can use that for your beer of the month.
Hey, love that.
You know, I tried that, but
Yeah.
you're not allowed to send beer apparently across state lines unless you're like a
People do
distributor.
it. People have done it
Be
all
careful.
the time.
You can do it. Depends on see, the thing is that the alcohol laws are different every state. So some states you can do that, other states you cannot. And other states you have to go to your liquor store. Now, thankfully for me, there's a place just 2 doors down called Downtown Spirits. And they're an importer-exporter. So, like, for me, I just go down there and says, hey, can you take these bottles, put them in a box, and mail them to Matt? And they say, is he 21 or over? Says, yes, he is. Okay.
Yeah,
We'll go
check the
ahead
ID.
and liquor them up.
Yeah, somebody else is drinking beer on here. Was it Namco? Said he's drinking what was that? He mentioned what he was drinking. It's gone off the screen. This is a Lake Monster empty rowboat.
Ooh.
It's got a funny bottle, I think. They got a whole line of these sort of Loch Ness Monster themed cans.
So what brews do you prefer? Do you prefer ales, stouts, beers, ciders? Which is it?
Not crazy about cider, but anything else is. I don't like pilsners or ciders.
Mm-hmm.
What about stouts?
Yeah, they're good. I like stouts. I like wheats.
I like wheat ales the best.
Not too crazy about red ales. What's that, Stuart? The wheats? Yeah, there's a lot of good wheat, especially if you get the
I like
bell.
the wheats
I like
the best.
my favorite are the Abbey triples or triples. They're kind of hard to find, at least here. Sodas. Oh, smoked chipotle porter. I tasted the beer one time that was it had like a jalapeno juice in it. Some kind of hot peppers. So it was really weird, because you normally drink something to sort of quench the fire. This would actually make you thirstier.
It would set you on fire, I see.
Yeah. Probably wouldn't want to get too carried away with those. Sounds like he's got one there. Smoked chipotle porter. So is that a hot beer, Namco's? Oh, I got a question for you, Becky.
Okay, what, Matt?
So I saw on the internet.
We see a lot of things on the internet. Some things we really shouldn't ever speak of again.
It was some kind of survey, and it said that In-N-Out Burger is no longer America's favorite burger. That,
Nope, it's Five Guys now. Yep.
Yeah. So, are you you want to weigh in on that? Because I think you like the In-N-Out, right?
Actually, I prefer Five Guys.
Why do you like them better?
For one, Five Guys has a whole selection of different sauces. They have this teriyaki sauce and they have this barbecue sauce. So when I go in there, I order, depending on my mood, either put the barbecues or the teriyaki on my burger. Whereas In-N-Out doesn't have any flavors of any sauces whatsoever. It's just the burger. The burgers themselves are virtually identical. I mean, the breads are slightly different, but the patties and everything else, I think they cook them almost identical. But the fact that at Five Guys, in addition to also the sauces, they have all sorts of toppings you can put on there, like onions and pickles and
They got jalapenos.
onion rings, jalapenos,
Just raw jalapenos.
peppercorns, all sorts of things that you just can't get at In-N-Out. So therein is where the difference is. It's just that you can tailor the burger a lot more to your specific tastes at Five Guys than you can at In-N-Out. Now, if your particular taste is what In-N-Out gives you, then of course In-N-Out's a better burger. But of the two, I kind of like Five Guys better. Now, here in Seattle, there's this In-N-Out knockoff called Cali Burger. They're actually owned by, it appears to be an Arabian company, like somewhere in United Arab Emirates or something. Because like when I saw their paperwork, they have Cali burgers all over the planet.
Cali Burger. Yeah, I haven't
when you
ever
go
heard
into
of it.
this, when you go into the place, it is such a ripoff of In-N-Out. At first, I thought I was in an In-N-Out. They even have the white tiles with the red silhouette of a palm tree as the decor. The menu is pretty much the same, except instead of being double, it's a Cali Burger or something like that. They slightly changed the name, but the menu is the freaking same. Yeah, look, you could Google it right now. CALI Burger, Cali Burger. And when you look at their
The real
logos
question
and
is
everything, I'm amazed they haven't been shut down by In-N-Out yet.
They don't have a picture of
The
the
real
burger.
question is which of those burgers survives best in a drawer overnight? That's the real question. That's what we have to buy.
Let's see. I've had In-N-Out burgers that are a week old. They're quite well aged. Yeah, the way I got. Did I ever tell you about the practical joke I did to one of my coworkers at Microsoft when I worked there?
Aren't those little bags the same ones that they have at In-N-Out?
Everything at Cali Burgers. Look at the coloring. The
I think that's the same stock photo they used.
Yeah, they probably Photoshop for you. I don't know. All I know is that when you walk into a Cali Burger at the one here in Seattle, I might as well be walking into an In-N-Out with some of the letters changed on the logo.
This is an outrage.
The burgers are good. I mean, they literally are just they taste just like In-N-Out burgers. So these guys did a great job reverse engineering the recipes.
Garden fresh, plump red tomatoes. Now, so they have like a little garden in the back of the restaurant. They go out and pick some tomatoes.
If it is, I haven't seen it.
Anyway, I didn't mean to cut off your story.
Well, the story I had about the well-aged burgers was that one of my coworkers at Microsoft, at the Advanced Technology Group, he was an In-N-Out fan. Now, we are in Seattle. There is no In-N-Out in anywhere in the state of Washington, even to this day. But every time he went down to California, he always made certain he got In-N-Out, and in his office, he had the In-N-Out hats, the signs, everything. He just loved In-N-Out. So what I did was that I was on a trip in the end of March in California. Now, I always bought, before I got on the plane, a dozen double doubles, animal style. Put him in they even put him in a box for you because I'm not the only one who does this. Then I get on the plane, fly home, and then I have a supply for a couple of days of burgers. Well, because it was the end of March, you can imagine April 1st was coming up and an evil idea came in. So when I was at the restaurant, I asked them for extra bags, made certain I kept my cup in pristine condition for drinking my soda, and I ordered a couple of extra orders of fries. And I even got the little hat, but so forth. So I then flew back home, kept the burgers in a drawer. A few days later, it was April 1st. So I got the pristine paper bag. I put a burger inside of it, took a fries, put it inside, got some napkins, and got my cup and filled it with Diet Coke, sealed it up, and drove into work. So then when I came into my office, I just sat in my office, put my bag down, put the soda down, and he looks at my office and is like, where did you get that? Because I open it up and start eating it, and it's obviously it's In-N-Out burger and In-N-Out fries and everything. He looks at me like, where did you get that? I says, oh, didn't you know they opened up a new store in Ballard? It's at the corner of 45th and Ballard Road. And it's like, really? He says, yeah, but I said, be careful, the line's along. And I was just eating my burger. And so next day, he comes and says, Becky, I hate you. He was like, why? He told me he drove for an hour looking for the In-N-Out. When he then dawns on him, said, wait a minute. That was April 1st, and Becky was just in L.A. a few days before. Oh, that bitch!
Oh, that's evil.
And of course, I confessed, yep, that burger I bought in Los Angeles.
If I ever get around to one, I'm definitely going to try it. We got Five Guys here in St. Cloud, but no In-N-Out or Whataburgers or Dick's Drive-In. Is that real?
Yeah, it's we get enough of the jokes. You know where you're going with this. Come on, eat a dick. Eat a dick.
Bob's Big Boy.
In-N-Out and Five Guys are not much better, I tell you.
Yeah. Well, the thing with Dick's Burger here in Seattle is that they remind me of Hamburger Stand. That was that short-lived chain that Dorian Schnitzel had, where they just sold 29-cent hamburgers, and you can imagine that a 29-cent hamburger really isn't very high quality. Dick's Burger is that. I mean, they only charge like about $1 or less, like 79 cents for the regular hamburger, and the cheeseburger's like $1.19 and so forth. And you open it up, and it's just a little burger, which is just nothing but a bun, a single patty, a squirt of ketchup and mustard, and maybe a pickle slice, and that's it.
It sounds like a White Castle type of deal.
Yep. Now, at least White Castle, that they're little tiny square burgers, and they have their own really flavor. This is just a burger that when you get it, looks like something's been sat on for a couple of days. But then you're paying for a burger that probably was sat on for a couple of days.
Well, they got to keep it warm for you. That's nice of them.
That may be how they keep it warm, by sitting on it. They just have a couple of people in the back, or homeless people that just, here's a bed. We make it out of burgers.
Somebody else had a question here somewhere. Something about a goat cheeseburger. You ever tried a goat cheeseburger? Goat cheeseburger.
I think I may have tried one. It was at high-end restaurants, but not lately.
Let's see.
I did eat at Gordon Ramsay's burger place in Las Vegas one time.
I'm like, the local Greek restaurant has a feta burger, although that's a burger with feta cheese on it, which is goat cheese.
That's what feta is, right? Goat cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. No, it's pretty good, actually. They also have feta fries, which are...
Yeah, I've had that, feta fries, or those fries that they fry them in duck fat. I've had those before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are pretty good, too.
Mm-hmm.
Veggie burgers.
So
there's actually some really good veggie burgers out there, too.
You murderer, you're killing all those poor little veggies. What did they do to you?
Haven't you seen Attack of the Killer Tomatoes?
Is it okay if I change the topic away from food and back onto games? Is it okay? I don't want to cut the conversation short.
Yeah, we probably should wrap it up here. It is on the hour. Go a little bit more. Let you get your stuff in there.
I just wanted to show you.
Game.
I just wanted to show you quickly. I'm on eBay all the time. I picked up a couple of cool things recently just to show off. This is like a Wizardry 2 folder version, and so those are cool by themselves. But the cool thing about this one is that
what is that now?
It has the old
folder version.
Wizardry, the folder version of Wizardry 2, originally came in a folder as opposed to a box.
It's like a
and the cool thing about this one
type deal.
Yeah, well, it was. I'm not sure it was shrink wrapped or what. It has a little hang tab on the top.
It was shrink wrapped and hung
Or
that
if you
way.
get a
That was
bag.
the original release. It was all done like a little thing.
And the cool thing about this one, it has not the original, but a more original Surtech logo. So they also have folder versions of this that have the later Surtech logo that's more square and diagonal. I can't show it right now, but it's pretty cool anyway.
That is really cool.
This is the first Wizardry 2 as far as I know. And then I'll show you one more thing. A couple days ago, I got this in the mail. Temple of Apshai, Curse of Ra, and Upper Reaches of Apshai. All of them for the PC, which is really cool because these are hard to find for the PC. So, and that's what I typically collect for. So I was pretty happy to get this nice stack here. So anyway, trying to show off a little bit.
That's some really cool stuff. You got those on eBay, huh?
Yep. Sometimes you get good deals on eBay if you're just watchful and sometimes people don't bid on stuff or there's a cheap buy it now or something like that. So.
Oh yeah, I had a friend that was living in Qatar for a while, big classic game collector. That was his thing, but it cost so much to have them shipped to him. What he would do is have them shipped to me, let me sit on them for a while, and then when he came back to the U.S., I would ship them to his his address there. But yeah, I was amazed at the stuff that came through here. Like all the wizardries and freaking CRPGs I'd never heard of.
You're probably tempted to keep it, I'm assuming.
Yeah, there was a little mail problem. That's actually, I love it.
One more I got here.
I could open them up and look at it. What you got there?
So the last one, it's called Alibaba and the 40 Thieves. It's
I
by
remember that.
Stuart
Yeah.
Smith.
Who did that one?
He did the adventure construction set after this, so also like a folder. It opens up like
Stuart Smith. Is that the guy?
Stuart Smith. Yeah, Stuart Smith is the. It doesn't even open. It's just like sort of attached at the bottom. I get the discs inside and the manual and whatnot. But yeah, I got this for like $20. It was
That's. I think you have a autonomous control of like 4 characters in that game, right?
something like that. Yeah,
remember,
up to 17 friendly characters.
17
to fight off thieves. Yeah, that's what it says. I haven't played it yet, but hopefully soon. Anyway, I also started a YouTube channel to do like mostly unshrinking of games and stuff like that, and comparing different versions of old games. I don't really have too many people looking at it at this point, but I'll keep on like cracking at it and see what happens.
Yeah, post the link to it, Stuart.
Yeah, sure. It's called Stu's Reviews.
Stu's Reviews. I like that.
It's
Yeah.
a catchy name.
What's going on in this chat over here? What products can we purchase to support old school, and where can we purchase them?
Steam.
Next question.
There you go. Steam. Get them on Steam. Not GOG. Steam.
Which products? Which products? Yes, also.
Pretty much everything from Interplay.
Don't you get more money if they buy it directly from your website?
I don't sell anything directly from my website.
Or GOG? Does it matter? You're
No,
not on
it's Steam.
Steam. Okay, Steam.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Jerry Rice and Nidus Dog Football.
Yeah, Dog Football is on Steam as well. We put that up on Steam recently. Something like that. 6 months ago, it was up on Steam.
I think if you go to the... I'm trying to get a list of all the games on Steam that are from old school. Is there an easy way to... Is there like a link I could send them or something? What's the best way to do that?
I really need to make a list of them, but I know there's a page on our website that says games, and each one just links to the Steam version.
Okay, I'll put a link to that there. I'll put a link to that in the chat there. Nate to not great. Nate to not great.
Somebody asked, did Becky make the Spectrum version of Bard's Tale? I didn't know there was a Spectrum version of Bard's Tale. That's interesting.
Yes, there was, but no, I did not make that specific version.
Can Becky indicate which games can be purchased from Steam or GOG that benefits old school?
If it's bought from GOG, I don't get a royalty. If it's bought on Steam, I do.
Why is that?
So licensing deal. It's just that because I was the one that actually put it up on Steam, whereas Interplay itself put certain games up there by just taking disc images and putting them on GOG. I think also some of the people at GOG actually did the ports for them. Since we weren't involved, we don't get any money.
Of GOG or Steam, I just buy the originals, so sorry.
Well, there you go.
You could send her some.
But I bought them back in the day too, so I get a little bit.
If you bought them back in the day, then I already got my paycheck back then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I got the Dragon Wars over here signed. Yeah, look at this, dude.
Did you get that?
You wish you had this, huh?
Yeah. Well, I'm sure if I said to Becky, she'd be kind enough to do that.
Oh, I would. Just mail it over here. Just
yeah, that's not
postage,
coming.
send it back. There
Matt,
you go.
Oh, there it is.
Did you get the crazy reliquary box for Bard's Tale 4 yet? They started making them, sending them out, I think. Oh,
I have no idea.
Nice.
I didn't order one.
No,
Yeah,
Matt.
This is probably the most.
Brian Fargo told Matt he would get them for free. It's on video and everything.
Yeah, he said he was going to send me the relic. What do you call it? Reliquary?
I think
I think that
Rosemary.
Yeah, I had it in the video.
Well, they made them now, so you should be getting it soon. And if not, I would go bang on Brian's door and be asking for it.
Where's that thing you said you were going to send me for free?
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, actually. I don't know.
Actually,
I don't know when it'll come in. When it comes in, I'll definitely put it on the show, though.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody will hate my guts.
We can always
You get
contact the woman on Etsy and have one made for you.
yeah, that's true. Well, I know someone who paid for it. I mean, the tier to back for that was $550. I know someone who bought it, and I was like, "Are you crazy?" And he said, "Well, I'm sort of having the buyer's remorse now." Because
Well, I
at the
got
time,
the,
we
the
still
Siege of
want to, but
Dragons.
it's a lot
I
of
got
money.
the Siege of Dragon Spear Collector's Edition, which I don't really regret that.
$3.
No, it was still up there though.
It was like $150 or something like that.
Yeah,
Something like that.
yeah. I forget what the reliquary cost. Something fell out of my Dragon Wars box. Remember those Sierra boxes that would have like 500 things in them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Quest for Glory 2. Once you open it, you can't close it. That's the most stuffed one, I think.
Yeah, the good
Anyway,
old days.
I have to get going, guys. Good talking to all you.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
actually,
I have to get going too.
we all should get going. But anyway, thanks everybody for showing up. We got Adam here, Becky, Stewart, me, this guy, crazy guy, Matt. Thanks, Nathan, too. All the folks in the chat. Somebody's selling a copy of Quake
Shane
Wars.
for letting us see his tonsils.
That was a very nice sort of oral exam that we got for free. Infocom, yeah. So anyway, I think that'll do it. I think does this time work out pretty well? I was thinking of maybe just making Fridays, the last Fridays of every month at 6.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to work out well enough. Like,
Blarg.
unless there's another time that would be better for like Shane or Nathaniel. Yeah, like they're not here.
The old in out. Oh man. Somebody would have to go there. All right, well let's wrap this up. Thanks again, and stay tuned. We'll do this again next month, hopefully.
All right, everybody.
All right.
Take care.
All right.
Good night, everybody. Have a good long weekend.